Alright, excuse the mess in here. Most of these wires are relevant, so don't worry about that. Alright, so for the thermo switch, so that's going to cut on, I believe it was for just the AC fan originally on the RBs. So I could be wrong on that. I could not find where it went to on in my 200ZR here. Oh, but that's irrelevant. So I'm running a new wire. I've got it going into a 9-wire strand. I've got other sensors, my 5 volts and grounds. Then I've got from the ECU going to my fuel pressure and oil pressure sensors. So got that going on. Haven't actually gotten those two in the ECU yet, but still working on it. But so for the thermal control, doesn't matter. We're just going to turn it on with the Haltech setup. So I'm running a Haltech Elite 2000. Badass so far. But so I'm running it to the factory harness here. I'm using a Wiring Specialties full harness for the RB 25 Neo, and I went ahead and got the patch panel just because I knew we were gonna have to tag off of here and go into the body harness and some other stuff. So all right, according to RB25 Neo ECU pinouts, it is the third one over on the one that's offset. So on the bottom, I've got it all turned upside down right now. So, but it's third one over. 1, 2, 3. Notice that's an offset on that side. Normally from diagrams, I have it upside down. But if you look at this side, there's no offset at the end. So, got it wire soldered in. So, in the regular state with the electric fans off, I've got a couple of volts coming out of it. Let's take a look. Let's see if I get this just to sit on here okay, because that would be just too easy. All right, I've got it touching solder joint on the back side, but running at 0.3. So that of course isn't going to be, but this is a ground trigger. So all right, now once we go into, once you're all connected to the ECU, hit the F4 key, main setup. So we're going to go down to thermofan. So right now we have it set to enable above 93 and disable it after 85. So what we're going to do is just play with this. I think originally it comes with 93 and 90s, but we'll just mess with it real quick. We're going to go, let's see what temperature it thinks it is. Right now it thinks it's 30. So what we'll do is change this to 25. That should give us a little error. Yep, because we need to drop the disable one lower than that. So we'll just do 20 for shits and giggles. That should fix that. Alright, so when I apply this, we'll hit apply. Boom. Now that is triggering ground now, as you can hear. So, and we'll go back to 93. We'll go back, and we'll change that to 87. 87. So it'll be disabled again because it'll be below 87. Hit apply. Boom, turns off. So that's, so now I've got that set up as a trigger for the relay. Now let's go back into the rest of the car setup here. Alright. So Taze Automotive over in Cleburne, Texas did the E-fan setup and some of the turbo work and a bunch of other fun stuff. So, but we're just going to talk about the fan right now. I've got it, both of them wired up. I think they did a badass job, by the way, hooking it all up and making it look, you know, as factory as possible for something that's very custom. All right, running the wires up through there, up on the frame rail, and I'm gonna go ahead and tag it into a relay over here. I went ahead and picked up a 80-60 amp relay. These are pretty badass. They're waterproof, dust proof. Let's see if I get this off with one hand. Ugh. There. Even inside of here, everything's all epoxied and sealed real well. So I'll mount that up in here. I'm going to run power straight off down here where the starter is to get power for this guy. And then the trigger wire is this blue one, which was soldered down to the ECU. And now I'll just trigger the ground side of the relay. Plenty of videos on how to wire up relay. But that should take care of it. Oh. And the other wires I had sitting there, just low dollar Motorsports. I got those from Low Dollar Motorsports, the two sensors, 0 to 150. I'll probably change those to 0 to 100 later, but that's gonna be fine for now. They also sell this cool little distribution block. It just goes straight up, and it'll go straight up if I had one there, but I'm just gonna have the two of them there for now. Fuel and oil. Fuel one goes up, down, and up and around to the Aeromotive pressure regulator. So nice and simple. And then this one will go into my sandwich plate, teed off down there on the filter. So those are great guys over there. Wish there's a little bit more documentation on it, but it's not too bad. Just have to kind of read it and think about it. But I've got the 5 volts on my grays here, my positive and negative, and then the actual signal portion is my green. So I'm running a green with stripe for fuel pressure and no stripe for the oil pressure. Right now I've just got everything up on top. All this will go up underneath the master cylinder and everything once I get it all figured out. And that's it so far.